Okay, so today I wanted to talk about growing up and going through school. I should probably say that I never went to any, I was never taken to any doctors when I was a kid, so I went through like my whole childhood and going and school not knowing what was wrong with me, which is really hard because, I guess school and everything is when you start learning how to, communicate with people, making friends, all that stuff, and I was never able to do that. So I think I think that had an impact on how I am today. I had a small group of friends in primary school, and I had a small group of friends in high school. None of these people knew the real me. I don't know why I'm like this, but I have different versions of myself that I allow certain people to see, and most people see what I consider to be a safe version of myself, which is you're not getting much from me at all. Because one of the big things with social anxiety is that you are always worried about what people think of you. And I'm still like that today. And when you tell people that, they're always like, oh, you shouldn't care what people think. Like, don't worry what people think of you. It means nothing. Psychologists would tell you that as well. And you're just like, oh, that's fucking wonderful, but that doesn't help me. Because this is like, social anxiety is a mental illness, and this is just, that's part of it. I can't just click my fingers and it goes away. By the time I got to high school, I think it probably was social anxiety at this stage. And this is where I would stop the video and think, fuck, I fucked up again, but I'm just going to keep going. I was bullied in high school, and I think this is probably in the top 3 shitty things that have happened. I guess my brain considers it a traumatic experience, because I can remember, it's like one of those things that I remember clearly as if it happened yesterday. I have another video that I posted 3 years ago, where I'm talking about one of the other traumatic experiences that I went through. I was going to delete it, but I can't bring myself to watch that. So I don't know if anyone's even bothered to watch it, but yeah. And the third thing I'm probably never going to make a video about, because I think I have family that watch these videos, and I really don't want them to know about the third thing. But I guess if anyone wants to know, I can talk about it in messages, but I'm never going to make a video about it. Anyway, so yeah, I was bullied in high school. The group of people that I was friends with, one of the girls in this group one day just decided that she didn't like me anymore. I had seriously done nothing to her to make her not like me. She just didn't like me. And it just seemed to happen one day everything was fine, the next day she hated me. So I don't really understand why any of this happened. I have 2 people on my Facebook friend list that were involved in what happened. I don't know if they're going to watch this, but like I've never even asked them why did you do this in school? Because I guess school was so long ago now that I should just like get over it and not care, but so this girl that hated me, for some reason, she had to make sure that no one liked me. She had to make sure that the whole group of people that I was friends with didn't like me. And, you know, I was so afraid of being alone, and because I had no one else. Like, so when this was happening, I still hung around these people that didn't like me, and like I sat with them at lunch and everything, even though they hated me and they didn't want me there. I still did that because I didn't know what else to do, which makes me feel like I'm pathetic, but so from what I remember, another girl in this group came to my house one day and she pretended that she was on my side, and she was like, I don't understand why this person is treating you like this. Doesn't it make you so angry you could kill her? And so she started this whole conversation, and I didn't take this conversation very seriously. Like, I didn't think anything of it. So she goes back to the other people in this group, and she said everything that she said to me, she pretended that I said to her. And this is when the rumours started about the school, around the school about me. She told people that I wanted to kill people. And there's really nothing easier than picking on the quiet girl and telling people that she wants to kill people, because of course people are going to believe that, aren't they? And people did believe it. Well, I don't know if they believed it, but a lot of people at school just really disliked me, and people thought that I carried a knife around in my school bag. And I guess I can laugh about it now, but at the time it was like a really, really horrible thing, and I had so much trouble dealing with it. You know, because on top of not being able to talk to people and feeling like an outsider and not knowing what was wrong with me, never understanding why I was so different to everyone else, and then people start telling other people that you want to kill people. Like, school was hard enough, and then these people went and did this. And the school didn't deal with this very well, and I was made to feel like it was my fault. The school made me and the girl that started this whole thing see a guidance counsellor, and we were each allowed to like say our side of the story of what happened. And when I was telling my side, she kept like cutting in and talking over the top of me and being like, no, that didn't happen. And so I wasn't even allowed to say my side. And then when she was saying her version of events, she basically lied about everything that happened to try and make sure that the guidance counsellor believed that it was my fault and that I had done something wrong for this to happen. And I sort of just sat there in shock. I couldn't believe that she was sitting there making up all these stories about what happened. And when the guidance counsellor asked me if I still wanted, like, if we could sort this out, did I still want to be friends with these people? And, they did a really shitty thing, and I still sat there and said, yes, I want to be friends with these people. It was like, for years of my life, I allowed people to just treat me like shit and get away with it. And it's what kind of annoys me is that people think I'm an asshole, but I give everyone, like, chance after chance after chance. It's like I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I try, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe it was my fault. Maybe if I change and I do things differently, maybe these people will like me. Maybe this wouldn't have happened if I was different. I blamed myself for what happened. And it was easy to do that because the school blamed me for what happened as well. I was taken out of my class. I was put into a new class. And once a week, the school made me go to behavioural lessons. I had to learn how to behave. That's what happened. And it was around this time that my depression started. I was never an A student. I was probably B's and C's, but, after this happened, I was starting to get D's and E's. I was failing my subjects, and I would get my mum to call in sick for me. I stopped going to school. I just didn't want to be there anymore. When I was at school, I spent most of my time just thinking about what happened, and I'd cry at school. I'd spend a lot of time crying at school because, I would be walking to class and people would give me the filthiest looks. And sometimes, boys, I don't know why they do this, they'd just walk past me and call me a psycho bitch, and this is what people thought of me, and these were the people that I was surrounded by every day, and I really just didn't want to be there anymore. So halfway through grade 12, I left high school. So I never graduated high school. And I wasn't allowed to just leave high school and not do anything, so I just randomly decided to do a course in beauty therapy. And if I hadn't done this, I probably never would have gone to a doctor to find out what was wrong with me. It was close to getting my diploma, and they told me that they weren't going to pass me because I was going to fail communication, and the only way they would give me my diploma is if I went to a doctor, and if there was an actual reason why I had so much trouble talking to people, I could get like a medical certificate, and I would get my diploma. So I went to the doctor, got a referral to see a psychologist, and I'm pretty sure I was 18 when this happened. Was finally told that I had social anxiety disorder. And I guess it was kind of a relief, like finding out that there was something, like there was a name for what was wrong with me. And at the same time, I was also devastated to find out that I had mental illness. And I sort of just, I've left out a lot actually, because I'm just so annoyed at myself. and I can't just, do what I've been thinking about all week, and I've sort of just made this, I wanted to make this short and it's already been 15 minutes. So, I guess I never went to a psychologist. I've never gone to a psychologist for myself. I've only ever wanted to change to make other people like me. Like, I guess there was always a part of me that accepted myself accepted the fact that I was different to everyone else. And I only went to doctors for other people, never for me. Because, after school and everything, I had so much trouble making friends. Because it's really hard to meet people that understand that you've got this social problem and, not care about it. I have a couple of friends who I've known for, I don't know, I think it's been 10 years. And I'm pretty sure they're not bothered by the way that I am, since they're still around. But, 10 years and I still not myself around these people. And a lot of people are really bothered by the fact that I'm quiet. I think the problem with people is they always think that they're going to be the one to bring me out of my shell. And I don't have a shell to come out of, for starters. This is just how I am. But people always think they can save me. They're going to bring me out of my shell and they're going to fix me and they're going to be some kind of fucking hero, aren't they? And when they realise that they can't, they leave. Like, I understand that people, I guess, want to have friends that are, like, easy. They don't want someone that's extremely difficult to talk to or anything. I think that's, like, the main reason why I don't have friends, because people, I don't have many friends, because people just, think that I'm way too much effort and they can't be bothered. So that's sort of what happened. And because of I seem to meet a lot of people that take advantage of my problems. That's why I have trust issues. I have a really hard time trusting anyone. And I think that's why I kind of gave up. Like, I seriously just gave up on making friends, and I stopped. Like, I used to talk to people on the internet a lot, and then I just stopped talking to people online as well. I just have a really hard time. I know when I made my last video, it was titled, I don't know how to communicate, and people told me that I communicate just fine. So I guess I just briefly, because I've been talking, this is 19 minutes long, for fuck's sake, but I'm just going to briefly say that I don't communicate the same way as most people. I really don't. Most people are like, hello, how are you, like small talk stuff. I can't do that. Like, I never ask people how they are, ever. If I walk into a room, I avoid eye contact. I'll stare at the ground and I just, like, try and avoid people because I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm not being rude. I'm just like, you have no idea what it's like to have social anxiety and walk into a room full of people. It's just easier for me to just pretend that there's no one there, honestly. I never initiate a conversation. Even online, I don't initiate conversations. That being said, if I do for some reason initiate a conversation, it's really rare that I would do this. But I never start a conversation with, hello, how are you? I am just, if that's how I had to start a conversation, I would never send messages out to anyone ever. So I'm just like straight to the point. I would just blurt something out. And I think when people read things that I say online, they think that I'm being really rude. Like it's not my fault how people interpret the words that I type. It's not my fault the emotions that they put behind them. But I read my own messages to people, and I think, Christ, this person is going to think that I am a rude bitch, that I'm just really rude. I mean, I didn't even say hello. I just blurted something out and that's how I start conversations, really. This video is really shit, but it's 10 to 12 and I'm sick of doing this already. And if I don't post this, I'm not going to make another video today, and I don't know if I would do it tomorrow. And I wanted to try and do one once a week. And today and tomorrow are pretty much the only time that I had a chance to do this. So, that's that. That is that. And, yeah, look, if I make a video next week, I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about. I probably want to talk more about what it feels like having social anxiety, the things that I go through. Like today, I don't really talk about anything, and this is not how it went in my head. This is completely different, and it sucks, but this is what I'm posting. So I'm tired of doing this all the time. I'll get better. Like, I had so much anxiety about this. I've been stressing about it all week, and it would be so much easier for me to just not do this, but maybe it's kind of healthy for me to feel anxiety and to make myself do something that I'm not comfortable doing. I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. I might just talk about some random thing that happened next week. If I feel like I could even make another one tomorrow, I guess. But it would just be really short because this one's way too long, and I didn't even go into great detail about how I, felt or anything growing up, but oh well. So that's that for today. And I hope that you didn't fall asleep, which you might have, because I don't know how to tell stories, but yeah. Thank you for wasting your time watching my little movie film, and I'll see you next time.